Hi everyone, welcome back to my garden. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Perth and I am so happy to be outside and in the garden. We're done. This is my rosemary and I call this the beehive because there are so many bees when it is in flower. So I'm just going to strip off some of the bottom and that way I can put this in a jar of water or directly in the soil and they will regrow. Roots from these bottom nodules where the leaves were. So I'm probably going to pop these in water until they sprout some roots and then I will pop them in some little individual pots. Smells so good. All right, so let's go get some lavender. Okay, so I have taken some cuttings. I have 10 purple sweet potatoes and I've just cut off the bottom leaves and some of these already have roots on them. So as you can see, the roots form from where the leaves were. So I've just cut all those bottom leaves off and I'm going to pop that in water and these will send off roots really fast. Like within a day being in water, they're already starting to shoot off roots and you can put these straight in the garden if you want to propagate them. Or in a pot. Spring is a really good time to plant sweet potatoes so that you can plant them in spring and then they'll be ready to harvest in autumn. And because these are a little bit of a rare variety, they will be easier to sell. They are bright purple on the inside and you can't find these very often and definitely can't find them at the supermarket. So I love growing these. I've also got my rosemary cuttings. Rosemary is pretty easy to grow as well. I just chuck these in some soil or water and some lavender. So I do like to start my cuttings off in water until they've got some roots before I put them in the soil, especially if I am planning on selling them, just so that I know for sure they've definitely got some roots. And then I'll wait a few months for them to really get going in the pot and send off new leaves so that I know that they are thriving. All right, so I'm gonna go pop these in some water. So these are ones that I have already had going for a few weeks and as you can see, plenty of roots on there. That is rosemary and some sweet potato. So I can pop those in pots now. And I'm just going to chuck these in a jar of water. I'll just put all the sweet potatoes together. Chuck them in there. So the reason you want to make sure that all the bottom leaves are off is just so that they don't start rotting in the water. So make sure there's no leaves in the water and all the stems. You want to put them down as far as possible because they'll shoot roots out of all the different stems. So these are the ones that I have already had in water for a few weeks and you can see that they shoot roots out from every little nodule where the leaves used to be, like those little leaf nodules. So try to do at least 4 or 5 nodules and it will give you lots more roots. So I'll just let these ones go a few weeks and then we can pop those in pots. Good morning, it is a new day. It's another beautiful day and I ran out of daylight yesterday, so I'm going to finish off getting everything done in the garden. I have heaps to do. Today I am going to give my gardens a bit of a feed using my liquid seaweed fertilizer. It will be great coming into spring. It'll give all my plants a little bit of a boost so that they can produce lots of new growth, especially after all the rain that we've been having. Lots of heavy rain can wash out a lot of the nutrients in the soil, so I just wanted to give it a top up, especially the citrus trees because they are really heavy feeders and they have been producing heaps of fruit, so they'll definitely need a top up, and you can start to see it in the leaves as they are lacking nutrition. After I've done that, I just like to rinse off the leaves with some water because the fertilizer, the seaweed fertilizer, can be a little bit harsh and burn new growth and new leaves, so I like to just wash it off all the leaves and try and keep it around the base of the trees as much as I can. And now my pallet planters, I needed to harvest a few things, clean up, make some room for other things to be planted, and give them a feed as well. Because of all the storms we've been having, my front garden has definitely been neglected. It's definitely survival of the fittest, and the green caterpillars have been out in force. So I'm harvesting as much as I can. Some of it's definitely getting forfeited to the compost bin, and doing heaps of weeding so that I can get this garden refreshed and ready for spring, which it is going to be a pumpkin patch. The weather is starting to pack it in now. It looks like it's going to rain. It's a good weed. I have fertilised with seaweed solution. I have harvested things. I will be putting a video together when I plant my seeds. I just need to get all my pots sorted in my little seedling trays, so I will do that and we can plant some seeds.